Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, we're going to create an SOPs OS in under 20 minutes. At least that's what I'm hoping because I have my next call in 30 minutes. I want to save some time between. But we're going to create an interface and we're also going to create some automation so SOPs aren't missed. And at the very beginning, just start from scratch. And if you hit Control Command Spacebar, on a Mac, it will pull up emojis. I'm just going to call this your SOPs OS. That looks okay. And then I just want to change the name in here, give it a receipt. Boom, SOPs OS. Cool. And then I always like to start from scratch. Perfect. And what I want to do here is delete. We want to search by SOP title easily. Boom, standard operating procedures, SOP. And let's just call this SOP title. And I want to see when this is created. So created by, so created by, which will be an automation. Cool. And then created time. So created time. Perfect. Time. Created time. Create that automation. And then we also want to put in order. Let's see. Let's put in, this is pretty cool, auto number. So number, we can call this SOP number. You can also make this like a single select or whatever it is, or a single line text if you have your own formatting strategy. But let's call this SOP video. So URL, video, SOP video. Cool. Let's put that over there. And let's put this in here. Written SOP. SOP, cool. So we have that. And one thing that you want to do on anything written in here, and you can add a Notion document, a Google document, that sort of stuff, but enrich formatting, or you can put it directly in there. And then what we'll also do is put in a last updated. So modified time, last updated. Specific fields, it could be any of those. Yes, cool. Or you could just do it by the written category or just by the video category, and modified, last modified by, cool. And we'll do the same thing with these fields. And then let's put that in there. Let's put that over here. And let's put in a type. So you can make this single select any type you want. So star type. And let's just do offer SOPs, marketing SOPs. And you could chunk this down into ads SOPs, that sort of stuff. Sales SOPs. And this is kind of redundant. Let's take that out. Marketing, sales, boom, fulfillment, operations, hiring, and whatever else you want to put in there. So that's good. Got the type, got that. Let's put created time over here, and let's group this by the type for right now. So you can, like I showed in my previous videos, you can use an Airtable web clipper to pull from a Loom video over to your SOPs. So we have that set up. If you just use the Airtable web clipper, and then go down to SOPs, this will automatically pull the title of the video and the video tutorial. And then I can grab the automated SOP and put it in there and then add it to my SOP system. Just use the Airtable web clipper for that. That's great. But for Inner Circle members here, I'm going to add some videos for you. Boom. I think I have it up already. Cool. So this is going to be how to set up your Airtable web clipper. Boom. And here you go. Just put that in here. And let's take that out. And how to set up your Airtable web clipper. Cool. And who's responsible is going to be another one. User and business responsible. We'll call it accountable. And then you might have other people that are responsible. That's how we break it up. So user responsible. And we can add multiple users there, but the accountable will go over here. Who's accountable for it? Let's say me. It's a operations type. Cool. And we got it in there. Could do the who, Andrew Cruzy, boom, where, Airtable, when, one time set up, how, review video, boom. So that's an imperfect version 1 of an SOP. And then what I also want to do here is duplicate this and make this a new SOPs. And we want to take out the grouping function and then sort it by created time. Boom. And let's have the latest ones up there. So these are the newest SOPs that have been created. You take these out, add a new SOP. And let me put the department over here, just make it a little bit easier to see that, who's accountable. And on here, I also want to see who created it. And let's separate this a little bit. That would be good. Who's responsible, who created it. So then you can see who created the SOPs. So let's add one more in here. Boom. And here, this comes with resources. So I'll go in here and how to set up custom mobile Airtable apps on iPhone. And then who, Andrew Cruzy, is just for simplicity's sake. When, one time, where, iPhone, how, review video. Boom, videos in there. Nope, don't want to expand that. This is what I want to do. Put this in the description. Resources. Boom, these are the links to download. They're underneath resources. And then let's grab that video. Cool. And then we'll set up the interface for this. Cool. And then whoever's accountable, you can put in who's responsible, last modified by, and then we can open this up as well. Let's average these out. And then open this up. Boom. There we go. Expand. And we can see the whole SOP boom, in there. And then on the interfaces side, boom, let's edit. and create a new interface. Boom. And receipt. SOPs OS. Boom. And then let's start with a blank. Perfect. Grab the grid view and go down to SOPs OS and then copy settings from view. We can get it directly from that one. Grab the title for UX purposes and just call this SOPs OS. Ps OS down. Perfect. Large. Sweet. And then status is going to be a very important thing that I forgot in there. SOPs OS. So let's go back to data, add in our rocket. Single select, boom, rocket. Status, boom, idea. And let's put that in there. Light bulb. Perfect. Right. In creation. Sweet. And then we can do in action. And let's make it green. Just 3 simple steps to make it super easy, and we can default this as it goes in as idea. But these pretty much done. So in action, and then this one, I want to pull the status over here as well. Perfect. And then we want to duplicate another one, just rocket by status, and then group it by status there. Cool. And this is going to be more important than that. Cool. So now we got the statuses. We can go up here and pull a number. Put this up here. Cool. This is where it gets fun. So I want to go to here and see how many SOPs status we have as in action, and check in action total SOPs. Make this green, flip this down, and then do right in creation. There we go. Make that yellow, change the conditions. Boom. And then this, we make idea. This red. Move this over here. Boom. Let's add a chart to it. Perfect. And then go to the SOPs. Go down here to date created time by month. Do we want that? No, we want it by department type of SOP. And SOP type. SOP rocket. SOP status by type. There we go. Go down here, group it by status. Sweet. So now we can see by what type and what status it's in. So if we add another one in here, boom, and we put it under marketing, And we want to add the status in here as well. So let's move that up to here. And then when we do that, we can see that under marketing, we have one under idea right there. So a couple more things we want to optimize in here is a filter function. So we can find any SOP right here, SOP, connected to all of these. And then we want to also have SOP title contains, status is good, and then type. It's right there as well. Perfect. Let's massage this a little bit. Boom, make that gray. And then we want to be able to open these SOPs up as well. So X out of this one, go back to this one. So we have the data in there. Got time created, which is an automated function. Boom, here, here, boom. Make these all editable. So we can edit them right in there. It's going to be an automated function, responsible. So let's put accountable at the top. Along with that, who else is responsible? Here we go. Created time. Move down here. And last updated, last modified by. Let's put these next to each other. Boom. Perfect. See all that in one place, and SOP number. Sweet. So then we can add people that are responsible in here. Boom, all of that. And now we have a nice SOP dashboard inside of there. There's another thing that, another automation that I absolutely love. When we create the SOP, we want our team members to use them. So let me use a checkbox. Pin send SOP task. This will start the automation. When this is selected, we'll go here and hit create automation and then pin send SOP task, add trigger when record matches conditions in SOPs, and the send SOP task, boom, is selected. Then what we want to do is create a record inside of the tasks OS. Boom. Review, new, review SOP. And then we can grab that title, SOP title, put it in there. And then the task is going to be assigned to the person who is responsible. Responsible. Cool. Using the ID. And then what we can do is put in the base link there. Boom. Perfect. And turn that bad boy on. And then it can go back. So let's say I just created this SOP. Let's say we want to change the automation, though, not to responsible, but accountable. So let me delete that. And accountable. ID, suites, update. And then I'll go back here and click this one. And let's see, I'm accountable for that. So I can go back here and see it's created a task for me to review this SOP. And I can go here and click on here. And it will take me directly to that SOP to review, which is great. Boom, right here. So that way you can create SOPs, delegate them super fast, get them off your plate. And the last thing that we want to do here in the interfaces is add that button here. And boom. Let's just go in here. Perfect. And that's good. Let's hit the plus button and send there. Make sure that this is editable. Boom. And now you got your SOP system all done. Sweet. That's about it for this video. I will see you in the next one, guys. Much love. Talk soon.